Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's try this one right here. So here we have a plane in 3D space, and also 3 points are provided, 3 points of this plane, right? And the question is asking, find the equation of this plane on 3D space using these 3 points. Now, in order to find the equation, we have to use this generic equation, right? Now, in order to use this equation, we have to have a point and an orthogonal vector, orthogonal or normal vector, right? So here we have 3 points. So we have the point. We can choose any of the point, but we have to find out the orthogonal vector, right? And if you notice, we have these points are connecting like p1, p2, p1, p3, and the vector in between is v1. The vector that's connecting is v1. Now these vectors we can find out, right? So the first one that is connecting p1 and p2, we can find that one by simply subtracting p1 from p2. So that's going to be what? That's going to give us 3 minus 1, and the next one is going to be minus 1. We are subtracting the like terms like x with x, y with y, and z with z, right? So 3 minus 1, and the next one is going to be minus 1 minus 3, and the third one is going to be 6 minus 2, right? 6 minus 2, and if you simplify this one, you will end up with 2 and then negative 4, and the third one is going to be 4. Now let's do the next one, v2, and we know that v2 is connecting p1 and p3. So to find out v2 vector, all we have to do is subtract p1 from p3. So if you subtract, that's going to give us 5 minus 1, right? 5 minus 1, and the next one is going to be 2 minus 3, and then 0 minus 2. So here we are going to have 5 minus 1, that's going to be 4, and then 2 minus 3, negative 1, and then negative 2, right? Now we have these two vectors, but we have to find orthogonal vector in order to use this equation. Now since we have these two vectors, we can find the orthogonal vector using the cross product. So therefore we can say n, this is normal vector, or you can call it orthogonal vector, normal vector, both of them are same. So this is equivalent to v2 cross v1, right? So this is our cross product. Now let's cross this one. So let's arrange v2, that is 4. So let's put ijk first, ijk, and this is going to be 4 minus 1 minus 2, and the second one is going to be 2 minus 4, 4, right? So this is what we have. Now let's do the cross product. Now if you remember linear algebra, the way to find determinant, like when you have a, b, c, d, you use ad minus bc method to calculate determinant. Same approach right here, but only thing is when you do the second one, you have to do the opposite way, right? So that's the way we use to calculate this normal vector. Now let's try this one. So first, when we find out I components, so what's gonna happen is we eliminate all this one. Like we eliminate this I, all of them together, whatever the vertical and horizontal line of this I, and we are left with this 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 4, 4. So here we have to use AD minus BC. So AD minus BC is going to be what? Minus, for AD is going to be minus 1 times 4, that's going to be minus 4. BC is going to be positive 8, but AD minus BC, right? So minus 8. And then the next one we are going to have, so here the next one we have to use opposite way, like DA minus CB, but if you put a negative sign, you can still use a AD minus BC. So I put the negative sign, so we can use the AD minus BC. So here we are going to eliminate, when we choose J, we are going to eliminate all the vertical and horizontal. So we are left with 4 minus 2, 2, 4. So 4 times 4, that's going to be 16. And 2 times minus 2, that's going to be negative 4. So negative 4, that's going to make this one positive 4, right? And the third one, we are going to have K. And if we choose K, we eliminate all these components. So we are going to have 4 minus 1, 2 minus 4, 4 times minus 4, that's going to be negative 16, and 2 times minus 1, that's going to be minus 2. So minus 2, that's going to make this one plus 2, right? And if you simplify this one, you will end up with minus 12i, and then minus 20j minus 14k. Now we have the normal vector. Now we can go ahead and plug it in this equation to to find the equation of this plane on 3D space, right? Now let's get rid of this part. We need some space to do this one, right? Now let's go ahead and plug these values. Now here A, B, C values. This is going to be our A value, right? This is our A value, this is our B value, this is our C value. So that's why we found out this normal vector in order to put A, B, C. Now the X naught, Y naught, Z naught, those are going to be one of the point we are going to choose. We can choose any of the point. We have 3 points, you can choose any of them. I'm going to choose this one, right? So here this X naught, Y naught, C naught represents these coordinates 1, 3, 2. So let's go ahead and write this one in this equation. First we know that A is going to be negative 12, right? So A is going to be negative 12 times X minus, instead of X naught I put this X coordinate of this point, that's going to be 1. And then B, we know that minus 20, so let's put minus 20 right here. And Y minus, Y coordinate 3, plus C is minus 40, so this is going to be minus 14, Z minus Z naught is going to be 2, that's equal to 0. Now let's simplify this one. So here we're going to have negative 12x, and if you multiply this one, negative 12x, positive 12, and the next one is going to be negative 20y, and negative 20 times minus 3, that's going to be positive 60, and then we are going to have negative 14c, and negative 14 times positive negative 2, that's going to give us positive 28, that's equal to 0, right? And this is going to be negative 12x minus 20y minus 14z, and if you add them, all of them together, like 60 plus these two, right? 28 plus 12, that's going to give us 40. So 40 plus 60, that's going to give us 100, right? So we are going to have 100 right here, that's going to be equal to 0. Therefore the final answer is going to be minus 12x minus 20y minus 14z is equal to negative 100. And this is going to be the equation of this plane on 3D space. And that's how we do this kind of problems. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.